been looking for.
So we're gonna start off with Honeydew Me Up for our primer, and this is gonna give us a dewy look overall, nice and glowy. And then you're gonna go ahead and buff that in and blend that in all over with your beauty blender. I can't speak apparently, but you guys are used to that. So now I'm going to be taking the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick in 117. Now that I'm using a sample just because I don't actually own it yet, I wanted to try it out. And I'm probably going to go get it because I actually really like this foundation a lot. It actually covers my acne pretty well and doesn't leave too much, but it is a little bit whiter, so I might go a shade darker. I might have to mix it a little bit, but that's alright. So I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair, and I'm using that under my eyes to highlight those parts of my face as well as cover my under eye bags. And this is a real big dupe for the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealers, and I really like this concealer. This is actually one of my favorite concealers. I usually get like 2 or 3 backups of it because I go through it so fast.
Never mind, I'm thinking out loud before we draw a crowd. Reel it in, take it easy, there's no need to scream and shout.
And now I'm also taking the same brand of concealer, and I believe this one is in Chestnut, but I'm just using this for my contour shade. And I really like these concealers because they blend out really well and they're very blendable, and they don't get streaky, which is really nice, and you're able to kind of work with them and make it to where it fits your shade perfectly. So even though this one is a little bit too orange as well, that is showing up on the camera, you can go in and just use a setting powder like I use the Airspun, and it will kind of just fix everything. So just as I said I was going to be using Airspun, I am using that to bake my face too today. I'm going to set my whole face with it, and then I'm going to go back in and cook my face, so to speak, just under my eyes and along my jawbone to kind of hide any imperfections with the bronzer, and it'll kind of just make that area last throughout the day as well, depending on where your foundation starts to make it oily and like disappear faster. So that's what I did. And then I'm using Painterly to prime my eyes like I always do. That's not a new step, that's what I always do. You guys probably all change it up. But I'm just gonna set that with eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette that you will see in a second. And I'm going to be using the shades in there that you will see in a minute that I can tell you. I'm going to be using that one right there, and that's just going to be going in your crease and going to carve it out a little bit. You're not going to carve out to where it's like a cut crease today, so we're going to kind of just make it gentle, and you're just going to leave it in the crease, and then you're going to put a love letter in there as well to kind of make things a little more like a smoky purple with a little bit of pink in there. So this eyeshadow is actually from Victoria's Secret, and it's called Provocateur. My friend had actually given this to me when they were getting rid of their makeup line in the store. At least where I live, that's what they did. But I also foiled this eyeshadow. It's a very nice metallic glittery shade, and that's what I was going for with this look. So I really liked it. It worked out really well. And then I'm going to also be going back into the Modern Renaissance palette here in a minute and be using that Vernus shade, I believe it is called, and that's going to go kind of in the middle of the eye. So that one right there. I probably named it wrong, but it's going to be going right on the highlight part just so there's a little bit more dimension. So now I'm going to be taking Cargo, and this is just a black eyeliner. You can use any black eyeliner that you want, but I just used that one because that was what was closer to me. So, and then you don't need to be too neat with it because you're just going to be smudging it out with an eyeshadow anyway. So we're going to be going into that palette right there. And this brand is actually from Romania, and this is what my sister brought back from me from Romania. So I'm using that shade in there and just smoke out that line a little bit. Kind of make it a smoky burgundy purple color, but it's super pretty and went really well with the look.
Looking for trust me,
So I'm just curling my eyelashes and nothing special, me making a face because I held it too long. And I'm just using the Tarte Lights Camo Lashes, the mascara. You can use whatever mascara you want. That's just what I used to prep for the eyelashes. And then I'm going to go ahead and take out the baking that I was doing underneath my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that away and blend it out. And there you go. Beautiful face right there. And then I'm going to take a little more of that color and do my bottom lash line, smoke it out a little bit.
never mind. I'm thinking out loud before we draw a crowd. Reel it in, take it easy. There's no need.
So I am doing my eyebrows. I'm not really going to go into detail because I do plan on making an updated eyebrow routine. So I will be doing that sometime in the future, within the next probably month. But I am using the Anastasia powder in medium brown. So that's just what I'm using. And then I will probably be using a gel to kind of keep them in place. And it's probably in soft brown and it's by Maybelline.
Never mind. I'm thinking.
So now I'm going in with the NYX highlight and contour palette, and I'm going to be using those two shades that I showed you and contour my face and kind of warm it back up. I will say that this foundation is a little white on me, and that's why I do that. I'm bronzing up my face to kind of give it back that bronzy glow. And then what you can do if that's the case, if your foundation is a little too light, take the bronzer and go down your neck and kind of blend it downwards so that way it looks like it's part of the contour of your face, but don't do it to the point where it's going to be like a stark line. You want to blend it out, so take your beauty blender with whatever's left over and kind of blend it out as well. And I'm using that blush right there. It's kind of a peachy blush with a little bit of a highlight in it already, but I'm going to be going in with a different highlight here in a minute. But that blush is very pretty, and I got it in my Ipsy bag. It's a very nice one. I'm very happy with it. So that is what I'm using for my highlight today, and you will see how beautiful it looks here in a second after I'm done applying it. But you're just going to apply it everywhere where you normally would with a highlighter. So yeah.
Trust me,
I will say that this has lately been one of my favorite highlights, and I've been using it quite a bit. Look how beautiful that is. I love it. So I'm going to be using that ColourPop liquid lipstick in Frickin' Frack, I believe is what it's called. And I'm just going to be doing my lips like usual, just making sure they're kind of a clean line so I don't really have to go over it that much. So, and then I'm also going to be taking Beeper that I will show you in a minute, and this is just going to go in the middle of your lip to kind of add a little bit of a lightness and a highlight in the middle. So there's Beeper, and you're just going to do exactly what I said. Just kind of lighten it up and make your lips look a little bit more pouty. And then I'm using those eyelashes right there. They're so beautiful. They're my favorite. And then I'm going to kind of change, and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in my next video. Also, make sure to follow me on all my social media. That way you can see what I'm up to, see what I'm posting another video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So if you guys liked this video and you want to see another one, go ahead and click right here. This is my last video. And if you want to see a bunch of other videos that I like or a video that I recommend, here is one of them. I'll put that right here. And then if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'll go ahead and put that right here. So go ahead and do that, and I shall see you later. Bye!